Oh, hello, Vine community and YouTube. Hello there. Standing here doing a little culling, a little trying to see what this year's culling will be like, and I'm going to hopefully show that in a future video what I have been removing from the collection this year. This time I'm here for you, Adam87, a response for your question about which star that we feel that stars, which artist death have gotten most into us, and which one of today's living artists will go most likely into us the day when that artist dies. First of all, I'm going to show little records as a tribute to Glen Frey. The sad thing is that I don't have any album at all with of his solo verse. The only solo thing I have with him is this single, "You Belong to the City," from the Miami Vice soundtrack. But I love this song. It's really relaxing and really awesome produced. So I really like this one. But if I don't have any solo, I guess I have to show the Eagles, Hotel California, and The Long Run. Two classic Eagles records. Rest in peace, Glen Frey, and thank you for your wonderful contribution for music business, and for creating Eagles, for doing such a great 80s stuff. I mean, The Heat Is On from the Beverly Hills Cop is a fantastic song, no doubt about it. So done a lot of great stuff. But on to the subject. Well, I almost touched it. I don't get struck all that much by artists who dies, not by, at least, but by their fame or by anything other than the music. When David Bowie died, I was saddened because he has done so much great stuff as great music. However, I don't know. I never been that kind of person who reacts that strong for artists, other than that it's sad because I love their music and I want to show my tribute to artists that have done something for my musical taste and others' music business overall. But there are some exceptions actually, and I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't know these persons. I react when people that I know dies, and not that much that people when I don't know dies. But there are some exceptions, of course, and many of them are Swedish. Maybe it's like that Swedish artists get to me better because they are a little closer than what foreign artists are. I think that the most recent examples are, I remember when this singer died, Monica Zetterlund, jazz singer, that I like very much. She died about 10 years ago, the summer of 2005, and when I heard that she died in a fire in her apartment when she had been smoking and fell asleep, and then the apartment caught fire. And I remember that when I heard about her death, I was working at the computer. I think I worked with my webpage, and I remember putting on 2 albums with her in a row, as to remember her, because she was such a fantastic singer. She could do everything. She could do comedy. She could do She can do Swedish slagers. She can do musicals. She can even do. She can do, of course, jazz, which was her main thing. She can do anything, and it was so fantastic. She was a fantastic artist with a fantastic, cool and laid-back style that I liked very, very much. So this, when she died, that got to me. I remember playing 2 records in a row by her. It's not a really artist, but I have him on record. But I also remember just recently, both of these guys are dead. But I think both of them I loved. This is Magnus and Brasse, Swedish comedians. And I remember when both of them died pretty recently. And I liked both of them. But I think when Magnus Härenstam, Swedish comedian, died, and media personality. He was also a television host in different game shows, but most of all he is famous as a comedian and actor. When he died, I got really, really sad, because he seems like such a genuine, nice person, and he did so much funny things, and he had been, when artists like that have been with me for such a long time, I've been listening to them very, very often for most of my life. Then, of course, then it is very, very tough on that person, and that was the case with Magnus Härenstam, a person that I've been listening to very, very much from when I was a kid till today, and loved him every time. So that was very sad. I think those two were the best examples of persons who have died that got to me, that their death got to me. When it comes to other questions, which artists in the future that will make me maybe sad, I'm not going to say that it never will happen just because I'm not that kind of a person. Maybe it will. I don't know. But of course there are artists that I like that much, that always have been with me, that I feel that this person, it was very sad that they died, even though I don't know them. I think, of course, David Gahan of Depeche Mode, or any member of this phenomenal band of Depeche Mode. This is Exciter, album from 2001. Any member of this band, if they dies, would be very, very tragic for music business, because they are such a fantastic band that have been loving ever. I think I'm celebrating around 30 years as a Depeche Mode fan, and doing fantastic songs. Every time when I release an album, it always goes straight to #1, even though artists that we feel are such a great artist, like Michael Jackson, like Madonna, all of these have still selling, but the world fame that went up to #1 spot, that time is gone. But for the Depeche Mode, when they're releasing an album, they always went up to #1. And I have deepest respect for guys who can hold on for so long at the top and still make music that sounds so alike. I'm not saying that Depeche Mode never have developed a new style through the years, but of course they have. But you can still recognize a Depeche Mode song easily. So when any of these guys dies, it would be tragic. Another one that I feel would be tragic is another of my favorite comedians. This is Hasse or Tage, some of the greatest comedians that have ever lived. Tage is gone since around 30 years ago, a long time ago. Hasse Alfredson still lives though, and the day when he dies, he has been with me ever since childhood. I've been loving his stuff since childhood, and the day when he dies, I think I will play 2 records in a row by him as well. And then, of course, there are Swedish artists that I like very much that would be very tragic. I remember when I got the news that one of my favorite schlager singers, Nanne Grönwall, had been gotten the breast cancer. I was very, very, very saddened, but she got to pull herself through it, and is still alive and kicking and doing wonderful stuff. But I love her because she is such a natural, even though she might dress very much special as an artist. She still, as a person, are very, very natural, down to earth, and very, very funny. Goes her own way and not afraid to do it, and having a wonderful time. And I love this artist. Also, my favorite soul sister Robyn. Would be tragic if we lost her, because she's such a wonderful human being, and she's also a fantastic singer. And lastly but not least, my favorite artist, one of my favorite singer-songwriters, I'm going to say, LeMarc. Also an artist that I like very, very much, and he also had cancer a little bit not too long ago, I think. Pulled himself through it, and the day when he moves on will be very tragic, of course, because he has done so many great songs that have that I'm listening so very careful to, because they are so fantastic, so real, and really touches people's hearts. So that would be tragic also. So these are some of the artists that I will be very saddened the day when they dies. Die before me. But as I said, much of when an artist dies, I want to show my tribute for the fantastic music that I have been doing, that have gone into me. But I don't get all that. It doesn't take me all that much, because I don't know them as a person normally, and I don't get easily affected by famous artists all that much. But I have huge respect for those who does that, and who like David Bowie so much that they're getting into them, because his music has been having such a huge effect on people. So this is not a way to do a knock on people who gets affected by artist deaths. I'm not that kind of person normally, but it is a huge respect for those who follows artists that much that they feel that they're getting very close to them by their music. It means that the artist music has been doing huge things. So with that, Adam, I hope that you are satisfied with my rambling. I feel like I'm going... these kind of subjects always gets me in rambling. So I hope that it doesn't... I didn't ramble all that much, but that my words got through. And I hope that you and everybody else have a really nice week. Soon time for another vinyl update for January. And until then, I hope that all of you have a very nice week, as I said, and so long.